Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have given you a email ID for submission of the sheet number 1, screw threads and fasteners. Hope you all know the email ID. Have you noted down? Hello? Have you noted down the email ID for CR? None of you answer me. Have
Yes,
you
sir.
email ID?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am repeating the email ID for the benefit of the students who have not followed. CRR submit md2020 @gmail.com. That is the mission. So all of you need to convert your drawings into PDF files. If it is a drawing sheet, front side and back side, take 2 photographs and merge them and put it as a single file. If you have drawn on individual sheets or white papers, take each sheet as a photo, then merge all the pages into single file and save it as a PDF file and send it to the mail ID. In the subject line of the mail, write the details of the submission. Sheet number 1 hyphen or dash, title of the sheet, that is screw threads and fasteners, dash your register number. That should be the procedure of sending the drawing sheet number 1 for submission. I have given the last date for submission as Monday, that is next week Monday. So submit by the last date. So any doubts in this? Shall we proceed with the class? Any doubts in submission? How many of you have finished the sheet? Raise your hand. Put your hand. How many of you have submitted the sheets or finished the sheets? Ready for submission? Put your hands. Raise your hands. Those who have finished the sheet number 1, raise your hand. Only 3, 4. I am repeating again. If you could not submit by the submission date, you lose marks. No late submissions will be allowed. Already I have given more than 3 weeks time to complete this sheet. So no late submission will be allowed or no incomplete submissions will be allowed. If the submission is incomplete or if the figures are incomplete, you lose marks or it will be considered as not submitted. As simple as that. So keep that point in your mind. So I could see only 3 or 4 people who have finished the sheet. Those who have finished the sheet, again I am asking you to raise your hand. Those who have not finished, try to complete. by Monday and submit at least by Monday, at least to get some marks. So in drawing, internal marks are based on your sheets only. It is not like your examination, other theory examination. So your internal marks are based on your sheet drawing and submission dates, how you have drawn the figures, the neatness, the correctness, all these things will be seen, and based on that only the marks will be awarded. That is the way of giving the marks in machine drawing. Okay, now coming to the present class. In the previous class, or the previous 4 classes rather, we have finished screw threads and fasteners. Now let us come for the next topic of the syllabus, that is keys and quarter joints. This is also important topic for examination. So follow, already I have shared some videos to you in my previous class. Hope you have seen the videos to understand the concept. I don't know how many of you seen that. If you have not seen, see the video. See the video to understand the concept of keys and quarter joints. Keys quarter joints is a very important topic for examination. You get a definite question in this. So try to concentrate on this topic also. So I made Ram Krishna sir as host now. He joined the meeting. So 34 members joined so far. Now let us proceed with the topic. So I have
sir.
TRK.
Okay, sir. నేను చూసుకుంటాను, sir. Okay, I will see.
Okay. So can you see the screen, all of you? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Keys and quarter joints is a very important topic for the examination. What is basically a key? To understand the concept of key, a key is used to connect two pieces, for example, a shaft and a pulley, so that there is no relative rotational movement between them. That is the purpose of key. Key is a locking element. So shaft is a male member, pulley is a female member. You can see the bottom figure. This figure. So this one, the middle one is the shaft. The outer one, this one, is the pulley or some bearing, the female member. When you have to keep the shaft in the bearing or in the pulley, there should be some locking element. So this is that locking element, that is nothing but the key or key. So to position the key in the shaft and also in the pulley or bearing, female member, you need to have a groove on the shaft like this. A groove will be cut on the shaft to position the keyway. The key will be set in that keyway. And similarly, in the pulley also, or in the hub means this is female member, or you can call it as a pulley, or you can call a bearing. Whatever it is, the mating element. In that also, the keyway will be made. Now, The key will be positioned. The key will be positioned half, half in the shaft and half in the bearing or hub, like this. You can see here. 0.5T is above the line, above the shaft, and that sits in the hub. So when the key sits in the hub, it prevents the rotation. So it acts as a key. Now you can see here, there is a symbol here, 1:100. A taper symbol is shown and 1:100 is shown. What does that mean? This is a very important symbol for keyway or key to produce the key. Key is a flat member which consists of thickness, it consists length, it consists width also. Now when I made a slope, when I said a slope is there on the keyway, slope 1:100 means for 100 mm length, the reduction of the size on the thickness is 1 mm. For 100 mm length, the reduction of the size in the thickness is 1 mm. That is called slope 1:100, or it will be called as slope 1:100. That means if you consider the dimension as 10 mm thickness, 100 mm length, 10 mm thickness and 100 mm length, and if I say the slope is 1:100, at one side it consists 10 mm thickness, on the last side, that is after 100 mm, gradually it reduces. There will be a gradual reduction of the size, and the other side it consists only 9 mm. So from 10 mm to 9 mm, the thickness is reduced over a length of 100 mm. That is the meaning of slope 1:100. So this is an example. It need not be 1:100 for all the keys. It all depends on the size of the key. What is the length of the key? What is the width of the key? And what is the thickness of the key? That decides the slope. In some of the keys, the slope will be 1:30 or 1:30. In that case, for 30 mm length, you will have a reduction of 1 mm. So for 100 mm length, so what is the reduction? It is around 3.3 mm. So one side it is 100 mm, the other side the thickness is 97 or 96.7 or 6 mm. So that is the meaning of 1:30. For 30 mm length, 1 mm reduction in the thickness. That is the purpose of slope, and why slope is essential on the key. Reason is that it has to fit in the screw way, and if you provide a flat surface, so difficult to lock. It may have variations in sizes. So a key is not made only for one element. It is made to suit all the components. So that is why to have interchangeable assembly, to have an interchangeable assembly, that means any male member should be assembled with any female member without selection. That is called interchangeability. Selection should not be there. Suppose you have 10 shafts, you have 10 bearings. You can assemble shaft number 1 with bearing number 10 without even selecting. That is called interchangeability in assembly. Nowadays, all the products are made according to standards with interchangeability only, so that without selection one can assemble easily. Now coming to the concept of the keys. So there are various types of keys to meet various purposes. As I've already told, the purpose of key is to The purpose of key is to connect two pieces, a shaft or a pulley or a bearing, so that there is no relative rotational movement between them. It is generally keys are made with steel so that it withstand the forces, either the shearing or the torsional stresses. The axial direction between the shaft and the hub or the bearing is the mating. This is the mating area. You can see here. This is the mating area. This is the shaft, and you can see here. This is the hub. The shaft is kept in the hub, and after assembly, it looks like at the bottom figure. And you can see the top figure, that is nothing but the key. It consists length, width, and thickness. A slope is also mentioned there to prevent the sliding. So many tapers are available. Depends on the length, depends on the thickness and the width of the keyway. So there are various types of keys. Generally, the broad classification is taper key and parallel keys. Taper key is uniform in width but tapered in thickness. I am repeating, a taper key is uniform in width but tapered in thickness. When inserted in the position, it prevents relative rotation. Again, in taper keys, you have various types of taper keys like sunk taper key, etc. Saddle key, round key or pin key. Again, in saddle key, flat saddle key, jib head key, a taper pin. So like that, there are various types of keys. Parallel keys are there, spline shafts are there, cone keys are there. These are all the various types of keys. Now let us try to understand, or let us try to draw some of the figures related to the various types of keys before we proceed to quarter joints. Now I am sharing a screen to you. Now I am sharing a screen to you. You note down figure 6, or you take a screenshot of figure 6.1 keyed joint. That is the first figure that you have to draw. This is also called as sunk taper key. Sunk taper key. So take the screenshot of this figure 6.1 to draw in case for the first figure. Only the bottom figure, bottom two views, front view and side view. Next, you can take figure 6.2, bottom two figures, front view and side view. Hollow saddle key, side view and front view. Take the screenshot of this figure also, figure 6.2. Next, figure 6.3, flat saddle key. This figure also you have to draw to understand the various types of keys. Flat saddle key, the bottom two figures, side view and front view, should be drawn. I will come back to the dimensions later. Next, this figure 6.4. Figure 6.4, key with jib head. The bottom two figures. This should also be to be drawn. Key with jib head, figure 6.4. Take the screenshot of this figure also. So there is a table. There is a table available in this page. Carefully see the table. So if you see the table consists a shaft diameter in the first column, up to and including in the second column, width of the key, thickness of the key. For taper sunk keys, you have to refer this table 6.1 based on the diameter of the shaft. Suppose if I have given a shaft diameter of 30 mm, for 30 mm shaft diameter, you have to select the width of the key and thickness of the key. See the next page. So see that this table 30. There is upper and lower range for 30 mm. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. I am taking the fourth row. 30 to 38 mm. Minimum size, that is lower size is 30, upper size is 38. For this range of the shaft diameter, the width of the key is mentioned as 10 mm. Thickness of the key is mentioned as 8 mm. So you have to take these dimensions 10 and 8 as width and thickness. We cannot draw the key according to our own sizes. We have to select the size based on this. Now for all the figures that I have given so far, you have to refer that 6.2 for figure 6.1, for figure 6.3, 6.2, 6.4, refer table 6.1. You can take the screenshot of this table also to select the keys, size, width and thickness of the key. So these are the figures to be drawn. Now what are the remaining figures to be drawn? So next figure to be drawn is Woodruff key, figure 6.8. Woodruff key, figure 6.8. Take this figure for your screenshot. You have to draw this figure also. Woodruff key. Screenshot తీసుకుంటున్నారా? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
తీసుకుంటున్నారా?
Yes, sir. తీసుకున్నాం సార్.
Okay. Take this figure 6.4 also for screenshot. Again, I will share these figures in the WhatsApp group to draw. Next figure. This round key is not necessary. Okay.
Sir,
Ah,
attendance తీసుకుంటున్నాను సార్.
తీసుకోండి.
Hello, all of you raise your hands please. Raise your hands. సార్ ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ
సార్ హోస్ట్ తీసేయండి సార్.
Okay, let us come back to the class. మంది జాయిన్ అయినట్టుంది. So I am
అవును సార్.
showing the figures. Huh?
28 మంది ఉన్నారు సార్.
అసలు ఈ అటెండెన్స్ అంటే ఏం అర్థం కావట్లేదు. ఏమైపోతున్నారు ఇలా
అవును సార్.
గాలితనం కింద.
అంతే సార్.
Okay, coming to the class, I am continuing. I am showing you the figures to be drawn again in keys. This is the first figure. Figure 6.1, sheet joint. Figure 6.2, bottom, flat saddle key. Figure 6.2, hollow saddle key. Next 6.4, key with jib head, bottom two figures. Next this figure, Woodruff key, bottom figure, figure 6.8, Woodruff key. Next 6.12, bottom two figures, quarter joint with the sleeve. To take this screenshot for this also, quarter joint with the sleeve. Next this figure, quarter joint with the socket and spigot joint, 6.13, bottom two figures, front view and side view. Next figure 6.14, quarter joint with a jib, quarter joint with a jib. Next 6.15, knuckle joint, knuckle joint. These are the figures to be drawn in keys and quarter joints. Again I am repeating the figures. Figure 6.15, knuckle joint, bottom two figures, middle and bottom figure. Next 6.14, quarter joint with a jib, bottom two figures. Figure 6.13, quarter joint with the socket and spigot joint, bottom two figures. 6.12, quarter joint with the sleeve, bottom two figures. Woodruff key, 6.8, Woodruff key. For Woodruff key, the calculation is based on this. You can take this page. If D is the diameter of the shaft, thickness of the key, you should not take for Woodruff key from the table. You have to use this formula. If D is the diameter of the shaft, if D is 30 mm, thickness of the key W equals to 0.25 D. You have to apply this formula. Diameter of the key D equals to 3W. Height of the key, that is capital T, equals to 1.35 W. Depth of the keyway in the hub T1 equals to 0.5 W plus 0.1 mm. Depth of the keyway in the shaft T2 equals to 0.85 W. So you can see in this figure Woodruff key, D, capital T, W, T, all these notations are seen. For the other figures, you have to take the table, and from the table you have to pick up the sizes. So this 6.1 table, this page is there and next page also it is there. These two pages, the table is shown. For the remaining case, you take the thickness, that is the thickness and width from this table. So for convenience purpose and uniformity, for keys and quarter joint, we take D as 30 mm. For D 30 mm, the size is 10, width and thickness 8. Width is 10, thickness T is 8 mm. So uniformly, you take this W and T for 30 mm diameter. For 30 mm diameter, you take the size as W and T from the table 6.1. The next figure is 6.4, key with jib head. This is the figure you have to draw, bottom two figures, side view and front view. Next, for jib head also, you can see the formula here on the top of the figure. You can see the formula. Width of the key W equals to 0.25 D plus 2 mm. Thickness of the key T equals to 0.67 W. Standard taper 1 in 100. Height of the head 1.75 T. Next, another figure to be drawn is 6.3. 6.3 flat saddle key, bottom two figures. 6.2 hollow saddle key, bottom two figures. Next, 6.1 keyed joint, bottom two figures. These are the figures to be drawn. So now let us try to understand how to draw these figures. Let us proceed of the procedure of drawing these figures. Coming to the first figure, that is key joint, the first figure 6.1. 6.1, how to draw this figure? First, construct the front view. How to construct the front view? I have given D as 30 mm. D as 30 mm. So draw this D as 30 mm. That is the middle shaft. D as 30 mm. Take an axis. Take an axis above 15 mm, below 15 mm. It comes 30 mm. Now, after the shaft is constructed, then construct the hub. Hub size okay, for the hub size, you can take any size. The hub size, internal it should be 30 mm. Out external is not a functional criteria. External diameter is of no criteria. Internal diameter is very important. Hub internal diameter, shaft external diameter, both should be 30 mm. The hub internal diameter and the shaft external diameter both should be 30 mm. So you can draw approximately some dimensions approximately and construct a hub. Construct a hub. Sorry, it is disturbed. It has gone somewhere. Okay, this one. First figure, keyed joint. Taper 1 in 100. You can see the taper here. L is 100 mm. Take L or L take 50 mm. If you don't accommodate 100 mm, take 50 mm. So that means if L is 50 mm, one side, I told you the width and thickness for this keyway for 30 mm size, referring the table. So if the thickness is 10 mm, one side it is 10 mm, other side it is 9 mm for 100 mm length, but it is 50, so half. So one side it is 50 mm, other side it is 49.5 mm. You can where this taper appears. This appears here. So on this length it appears. It may not be visible for the naked eye, but you have to mention this taper. If you mention the taper, it is implied. Half of the, you can see the bottom dotted line here. Half of the thickness 0.5 T is above the shaft, 0.5 T is below the shaft. That below the shaft is dotted line, above the shaft is this line. You can understand here. Half is below, half is above, 0.5 T and 0.5 T. Width is given from the table. Thickness is given. So thickness is adjusted half in the shaft, half in the hub. So D I have given 30 mm. So this is 30 and this is also 30. External, there is no importance. Hub size external, no importance. You can take any. If you want, you can take L as 50 mm uniformly. Any doubts in this figure? Hello? Any doubts in this figure? I am asking you, do you know how to draw this? Hello? Have you understood how to draw this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood how to draw this? Any doubts in this? Hello? Any doubts in this figure?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is your doubt?
No doubt, sir. I understood, sir.
Have you followed how to draw this?
Yes, sir. I followed.
Okay. I'm trying to show you the board, and I want to construct the figure on the board. Are you able to see the board? No? Are you able to see the board?
Yes, sir.
Are you seeing not the screen, board? Are you seeing the board?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Board, okay. So take a center line. Can you see these lines? What I am drawing? ఈ లైన్స్ కనపడుతున్నాయి నేను గీసేది అమ్మా
Yes, sir. కొంచెం
లైన్
బ్యాక్ రండి
కనపడుతుందా?
సార్. Yes, sir.
ఇప్పుడు కనపడుతుందా?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
So the line is drawn here. Now this is central axis. On the central axis, one side you will have the front view. Other side you will have the side view. So this is 30 mm. So here you will have a keyway like this. Half of the keyway, this is 0.5 T, is above the shaft, half is below the shaft. So thickness, refer table 6.1. I have given D equals to 30 mm. So from table, W equals to 10 mm, T equals to 8 mm, approximately, if I remember, or go to the table and see. So 4 mm will be inside, 4 mm will be above. Now coming to this portion. This is 30 mm, central one. Now a keyway is to be cut here, the dotted line. So when you project this side view, that is internal, that is 4 mm depth inside, that is this dotted line. And above you can see one line, that is another 4 mm. That is, if you project this, you get this, that 4 mm. And this is the hub size. If you project the hub size, you get this size. This is not important. You take any size, 100 mm or some size you take. That is not important. My interest is this part. That is length, width, and thickness and diameter of the shaft. This is my interest. The hub size is not an important criteria for me. Have you understood how to draw this figure? Just I tried to explain on the board. Have you understood? Or should I repeat again? Hello? Have you understood or should I repeat? Hello? Hello? హలో ఉన్నారా లేరా?
సార్
అర్థమైందా? ఎవరికన్నా డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి. సో దిస్ taper 1 in 100 is over a length of 100 mm. It is reduced to 1 mm. So 10 mm thickness one side, 9 mm thickness one side. It may not be visible for naked eye, but that is called taper of the key. Any doubts in this, or shall I proceed to the next figure? Any doubts in this? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. Same. This is also same. Internal. D is 30 mm. This is also 30 mm. This is the keyway. Half of the keyway, T. Half positioned inside, half positioned above. You can see the dotted line separating. This is hub, is now of no importance. You can take any size. Width of the key, take from table 6.1 for 30 mm and construct this hollow saddle key. So for convenience sake, take L as 50 mm, take D as 30 mm. T and W go for the table 6.1. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Huh? హలో
ఓకే సార్
వింటున్నారా లేదా? హలో ఉన్నారా? హలో
ఎస్ సార్
సార్
ఉన్నాం సార్.
మాట్లాడరేంటే? ఒకడు మ్యూట్ చేసుకుని అడుగు మాట్లాడవచ్చు. డౌట్ ఏమన్నా ఉందా 6.2లో ఫాలో శాడిల్ కి? ఏమన్నా డౌట్ ఉందా దాంట్లో? గీయగలరా?
సార్ 6.2లో అది 3 డైమెన్షనల్ వ్యూ కాకుండా 2 డైమెన్షనల్ వ్యూ మాత్రమే గీయాలా సార్, లేదంటే 3
అంతే.
డైమెన్షనల్ వ్యూ కూడా
నేను కింద 2 వ్యూస్ 3 డైమెన్షనల్
ఓకే
అక్కర్లా. అది అండర్స్టాండింగ్ కోసం పైది.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్. అంటే
అంటే ఫ్రంట్ వ్యూ సైడ్ వ్యూ గీయాల్సింది మనం.
ఓకే సార్.
బాటమ్ 2 వ్యూస్ అన్ని
ఓకే
ఫిగర్స్ అంతే. అదే కాదు,
ఓకే
అన్ని అంతే.
ఓకే సార్.
6.3 ఫ్లాట్ శాడిల్ కి అది సేమ్
ఓకే సార్.
కన్స్ట్రక్షన్. సో ఇది మిడిల్ 30 mm, థిక్నెస్ 6.1 table, W 6.1 table, D 30 mm, and construct this flat saddle key. Slope is given as 1 in 100.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay. Next, key with jib head. Key with jib head. You can see the jib head here. Jib consists of head. Jib is a tapered portion on its width. Slope 1 in 100. How to calculate the dimensions for the jib head? Use this formula. You have the formula here. If D is the diameter of the shaft, width of the key W 0.25 D plus 2 mm, thickness of the key 0.67 W, standard taper 1:100, height of the head H equals to, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, H equals to 1.75 T, width of the head B equals to 1.5 T. సో ఇవన్నీ ఈ ఫార్ములాస్ నుంచి వస్తాయి. సో మనకు D 30 mm తెలుసు, W ఫార్ములా, థిక్నెస్ T ఇక్కడ ఉంది, ఇది కూడా ఫార్ములా. నెక్స్ట్ హైట్ H, ఇది హైట్ H 1.75 T, విడ్త్ B ఇక్కడ ఉంది 1.5 T. అవన్నీ అక్కడి నుంచి తీసుకోవాలి, ఫార్ములా అప్లై చేసి. సో ఈ 2 ఫిగర్స్ గీయాలి. అర్థమైందా? ఈ అక్కర్లే. ఓకే ఓకే. హలో హలో,
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇస్ ఇట్ ఓకే?
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే. Next figure, this one. This I have not given. Okay. This figure I have not given. This is also not given. No, this is the Woodruff key. So draw all these figures. For Woodruff key, draw all these figures. You need not draw this figure. You have to draw this figure. You have to draw this figure. You have to draw this figure. So this is key. The key cross section can be seen here and assembly can be seen here. So when you are taking the dimensions, take the dimensions of Woodruff key from this page. So you can see the formula here. Thickness of the key W 0.25 D, diameter of the key small d 3 W, height of the key T 1.35 W, depth of the keyway T1 equals to 0.5 W plus 0.1 mm. Depth of the keyway in the shaft T2 equals to 0.85 W. So using this formula, take T, take the dimensions and draw the figure. Now coming to the next figure, quarter joint. So what is this quarter joint? What for the quarter joints will be used? Already the videos are shared to you. A quarter is a flat wedge shaped piece of steel of rectangular cross section. Quarter is used to connect rigidly two rods subjected to tensile or compressive forces and is inserted at right angles to the axis of the rod. It is uniform in thickness but tapering in width. You can see here. Taper in width. It is uniform. It is uniform. In thickness but taper in width, generally on one side only. You can see the slot here, and the quarter is inserted here to lock. You can see the locking arrangement with the quarter. Now the first figure, quarter joint with the sleeve. So take D for this figure. Take D as 30 mm, and based on the nomenclature that is given here, construct these two figures. These two figures. So take the central axis, above 15 mm, below 15 mm, you get this shaft. You get this shaft. Next, one point you have to understand in quarter joint. If you see the figure in enlarged view, sorry. What is the page number? Okay, this figure. Okay, we will do one thing. It is already 12:53. I will go for quarter joints in tomorrow's class. Now concentrate on keys that are to be drawn in this class. So if you have any doubts, you can ask, or we will close end of the class. I will share the figures to you in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Any doubts? Any doubts in keys?
సార్ చార్ట్ నెంబర్ 1 కి స్క్రూ థ్రెడ్స్ అండ్ ఫాస్టనర్స్ అని నేమ్ పెట్టమన్నారు కదా సార్ టైటిల్. షీట్ నెంబర్ 1 కి స్క్రూ థ్రెడ్స్ అండ్ ఫాస్టనర్స్ అని టైటిల్ పెట్టమన్నారు కదా సార్. ఒకవైపు థ్రెడ్స్ గీసాం సార్, ఇంకో వైపు బ్యాక్ సైడ్ గీసేటప్పుడు సరిపోవట్లేదు సార్. చార్ట్ గీయచ్చా సార్? 11
గట్టిగా మాట్లాడు.
11 డ్రాయింగ్స్ ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్ ఫాస్టనర్స్. హలో సార్, వినిపిస్తుందా సార్?
చెప్పు.
11 పిక్చర్స్ ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్ మనీ. ఫాస్టనర్స్ 11 పిక్చర్స్ ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్.
అవును.
అవి ఒకవైపు సరిపోవట్లేదు సార్ షీట్ కి.
అవును, రెండో సైడ్ గీయాలి, వెనక పక్కన. ఒక సైడ్ చాలకపోతే షీట్ కి వెనక పక్కన
ఒకవైపు థ్రెడ్స్ ఒక వేసాం సార్. థ్రెడ్స్ కి బ్యాక్ సైడ్ ఫాస్టనర్స్ కి ఇస్తున్నాం సార్.
గీయొచ్చు, రెండు కలిపి ఒక షీట్ అంతే. ఫ్రంట్ సైడ్ థ్రెడ్స్, బ్యాక్ సైడ్
అవును సార్, ఒక
ఫ్యాస్టనర్స్.
షీట్ లోని ఫాస్ట్నర్స్ ఆ బ్యాక్ సైడ్ సరిపోవట్లేదు సార్, ఇంకా చార్ట్ పెట్టమంటారా సార్? ఫాస్ట్నర్స్ బ్యాక్ సైడ్
ఎన్ని
సరిపోవట్లేదు
షీట్?
సార్ ఇంకా.
ఓకే, ఇంకో షీట్ అయినా గీయొచ్చు.
ఓకే సార్.
ఒక షీట్ మీద కూడా గీయొచ్చు.
ఓకే సార్. సార్ కొన్ని
మూడు
ఫిగర్స్ కి
మూడు
నెంబర్స్
కలిపి
లేవు
మెర్జ్
సార్, మీరు
మూడు కలిపి
రూల్స్
మెర్జ్ చేసి
ఇవ్వమన్నారు కదా
పెట్టాలి
figures.
ఫైల్స్. 3 ఫైల్స్ మెర్జ్
ఓకే
చేసి
సార్.
పెట్టాలి అప్పుడు.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే
ఫస్ట్ షీట్ కి షీట్ 1 ఆఫ్ 3 అని రాయాలి ఫస్ట్ షీట్.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్.
సెకండ్ షీట్ కి షీట్ నెంబర్ 2 ఆఫ్ 3 అని రాయాలి.
ఓకే సార్.
థర్డ్ షీట్ కి షీట్ నెంబర్ 3 ఆఫ్ 3 అని రాయాలి. అంటే 3 షీట్లు ఉన్నట్టు లెక్క అప్పుడు.
ఓకే సార్.
2 షీట్లు ఉన్నాయనుకో, ఫస్ట్ షీట్ కి షీట్ నెంబర్ 1 ఆఫ్ 2, సెకండ్ షీట్ కి షీట్ నెంబర్ 2 ఆఫ్ 2.
ఓకే సార్.
అర్థమైందా?
ఓకే సార్.
Okay. Any doubts so far in this class? Carter joints we will see tomorrow how to draw. You proceed with keys, what I have shown so far, and continue your drawing. You have to finish this sheet including the Carter joints. ఎన్ని రోజులు కావాలి మీకు గీయటానికి? ఇది ఎన్ని ఫిగర్స్ ఇచ్చాం మొత్తం? ఎన్ని ఫిగర్స్ ఇచ్చా చెప్పాలి. ఎవరో ఒకళ్ళు స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసుకోమన్నా కదా. చంక్ టాపర్ కి ఫస్ట్ ఫిగర్, కీ విత్ జిబ్ హెడ్ సెకండ్ ఫిగర్. ఎన్ని ఫిగర్స్ ఇచ్చా? వుడ్ రూఫ్ కి. సరే నేను పెడతాలే, దాంట్లో పెడతాను. ఓకే, ఐ విల్ కమ్ బ్యాక్. ఎన్ని ఫిగర్స్ మళ్ళీ చూపిస్తున్నాం మీకు. ఒక 2 minutes లో చూపించి క్లోజ్ చేసేస్తాను గీయాల్సిన ఫిగర్స్. Again I am repeating, figure 6.1, sheet joint, bottom 2 figures only, not top figures. Take the screenshot.
Sir,
Okay?
12 figures.
Huh? Hello? Bottom 2 figures. Okay? Hello?
ఓకే సార్.
Second figure. Figure 6.2, hollow saddle key. Figure 6.2, hollow saddle key. Bottom 2 figures only. Okay? Take the screenshot. Next, figure 6.3, bottom 2 figures only, flat saddle key. This is to be drawn. Next, figure 6.4, bottom 2 figures, key with jib head. This is to be drawn. Next, Woodruff key. Woodruff key, these two and this one to be drawn. This is not there. Next,
Sir, 110 page number.
page anta
110.
ఓకే, ఇవన్నీ చూపించేసా, రౌండ్ కి లేదు. నెక్స్ట్ ఇది ఫిగర్ 6.12. ఫిగర్ 6.12 కాటర్ జాయింట్ విత్ స్లీవ్. ఈ రెండు ఫిగర్స్ గీయాలి. ఓకేనా, ఈ రెండు ఫిగర్స్ గీయాలి. ఇది గీయటానికి ఇబ్బంది అనుకుంటే ఇది కూడా ఆపేసండి, ఇది ఒకటే గీయండి. ఓకేనా, ఈ ఒక్క ఫిగరే, ఈ ఒక్క ఫిగరే. Next, this figure 6.13 quarter joint with socket and spigot joint, bottom two figures. Figure 6.14 quarter joint with a jib, bottom two figures. Next, knuckle joint figure 6.15. ఇవి గీయాల్సిన ఫిగర్స్. మొత్తం ఎన్ని వచ్చినాయి? ఒకటి, ఇది ఒకటి, సెకండ్, థర్డ్, ఫోర్త్, ఫిఫ్త్, తర్వాత సిక్స్త్. ఇది బాటమ్ టూ ఫిగర్స్. 6, 7, 8.
నైన్
ఫిగర్స్ వచ్చినాయి సార్.
7, 8, 8 కదా, 9. ఇది ఒకటి 9, ఇది 9, ఇది 9 ఫిగర్, ఇది అంతే కదా. టోటల్ 9 ఫిగర్సేగా.
ఎస్ సార్.
సో ఈ 9 ఫిగర్స్ కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి. ఎప్పుడు కంప్లీట్ చేస్తారు? సో ఈ వారం తీసుకోండి, నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ కూడా తీసుకోండి, ఆ తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ తర్వాత వచ్చే మండే సబ్మిట్ చేయండి. సరిపోద్దా? 9 ఫిగర్స్ సరిపోద్దా? అంటే 7 + 2 9, 10 days వచ్చింది టైం. సరిపోద్దా అమ్మా? ఇజ్ ఇట్ ఓకే? చెప్పాలి ఎవరో ఒకళ్ళు. క్లోజ్ చేసేద్దాం క్లాస్ని.
సరిపోదు సార్.
ఓకే, సరిపోద్దా?
సరిపోద్ది సార్.
Okay, so now I will show you the figures in your WhatsApp group. So take DS 30 mm and proceed with keys and quarter joint. Submit the first sheet. Thank you all for joining this class. We will end this class now.